Hello again, in case you haven't seen the last video, here I am again. I'm 108 centimeters now, and I think it's 21 weeks. Not quite sure. Okay, so, video, than the previous one. Yes, I've decided to swap round the herbal stuff because it was making me really sick, as you may have seen from that video. Sorry about that, by the way. I hope it didn't offend anyone sensitive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it with red clover and fenugreek, probably mainly fenugreek. At this point, there is a little bit of nipple development, not nipple, sorry, breast development, which you might want to have a look at. Probably not very visible. That there is more developed than it was. Same on the other side. See, I mean, obviously this is reference to the custard boobs video, which you may want to have a look at. I'll put a link to that if you want it. This wasn't so compressing, it would be more obvious. If you look at the video I did this morning about asthma, you will see that there is like a shield shape here, which is like the Turner syndrome shape, as well as this. So that's quite interesting. These are tending to catch on things because I don't appreciate where they are, which suggests that they are actually getting a bit more substantial. Previously I was sort of like, what is this doing here, sort of thing. But now it's more, what are these doing here? So that's quite interesting. Also, I become more aware of them when I'm feeling emotional, which is a bit strange. I've been really, really knackered. Totally out of it. Remember I said I wasn't really up to making a video this morning, I was going to just put a slideshow on? Well, I've decided not just to put a slideshow because, you know, it's not really worth it. Oh, I had a dream about the baby. I had a dream that the baby was in a Perspex container and it was, I had to look after this container really carefully. And it was going to get really easily broken. It still had the umbilical cord attached, and I think that Perspex container is like the delicacy of this situation, as it were. So I sort of understand where that's coming from. It also made me think about the idea that the baby is colonizing my mind, by which I mean that the way the thoughts, the nerve cells in a fetus do pass from the baby into the bloodstream and eventually basically repair the damage in your brain as a mother. You could look at that as a positive thing. You could say it's colonizing your mind. So the fact that I had a dream about this is quite significant, I think, although who wouldn't have a dream about this? So, yeah. I don't think I can expect to develop proper breasts in 9 months, but as I've said before, the important thing is to allow the development of milk production, or colostrum production, followed by milk production, and I know that I can produce colostrum because I did that before. It's just that we thought it was too big a risk that the children would end up not breastfeeding if I actually tried to establish breastfeeding with them myself. But this time, obviously, the only option, really, realistically, is to have that. So we're going to have to go for it. There are a couple of things. Gynecomastia could be caused by liver damage, so it's not necessarily that. It could be the herbs. Just to measure them, although I'm not sure what my chest height is. I also don't know how to measure breasts. Okay. This is how you do it. I'm not sure you go straight across the nipple or what. And this is what you have to do. I'm not good at this. Well, that's 98, I suppose. I don't know what it would normally be. I don't know whether it's A, B, C, D, whatever. Obviously it's not. It's A, if anything. Probably not even that. Well, definitely not even that. There's something there, but it's not. I mean, there's more of a nipple. And it's not just the cold either. And quite a warm day. I tried that. Quite a warm day. It still counts as that. There it is again. Just so you want to see it. It's quite nice and round. Obviously, he's down there, quite low. Sort of wonder how he's going to feel about coming out of a male abdomen. Strange fatherhood. Yeah, the thing about clothes is you've got an uncomfortable waistband. Now, this could either be dealt with by wearing a dress, which would be great, or just by wearing like floppy tracky bottoms, whatever. You know, these things. That's one way of dealing with it. But the way I've actually chosen to deal with it is my classic leggings and t-shirt, because that's what I always used to do, and that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so I'm going to put a slideshow together describing how we managed to get hold of the zygote, or rather the egg, how we harvested the egg, and how we not how we fertilized, that's obvious, and then how we brought it to a blastocyst level and eventually implanted it in there, because obviously there's going to be a lot of curiosity about that. I'm just going to give you a quick view of what's going on. Point out obviously that the lycra does have a slight restrictive effect. So there it is again, sort of a bit pendulous. We haven't got to the outy stage yet either. There we are. So yeah, that's it for now. You will see me before, or rather you'll see a video before next week, because I'm going to put the slideshow together. But yeah, that's where we've got to. And there it is again. It's sort of digging in there. Pelvis stays where it is. Don't know what's happened to that pelvis. And yeah, that's the end for now. And I'll see you personally next week.